Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is Category 7. Who? So, Category 7, and their album called Category 7. So yes, it's a self-titled album. This is the song In Stitches. So who are Category 7, you ask? Yep, thought you did. Well, it's quite a bunch of people, to be honest. So this is, to all intents and purposes, a supergroup, because everyone in it is from a famous band. Start with John Bush, of all people. John Bush was my favourite era of Anthrax. That's going to be controversial, isn't it? I've never really been a big fan of Anthrax, to be honest. But when John Bush sang for them, I really got into them suddenly, you know. And then I got out of them again when he left. But also John Bush sings for Armored Saint. Now, I have got these, if you give me look down, I have got these things written down, because it's dead easy when you're doing this to just forget what you're going to say. So, like, who played for who. So, anyway, yes. So, on guitar, Mike Orlando played for Adrenaline Mob. On other guitar, Phil Demmel, Machine Head, Kerry King, Violence played for. Right? So, who else we got? We got Jack Gibson on bass from Exodus. And there's a band. And then on drums, the monster that is Jason Bittner played for Overkill, right? You gotta know what you're doing if you play for Jason Bittner's a monster on the drums, right? He just is. So this band is made up of all of these amazing people, and Paz sent this to me, so I haven't heard it. I'm taking Paz's word for it that I should listen to this. So here we are. Wow, I'm a bit hyper, aren't I? It's because of all it's like, oh, John Bush, ooh, Jason Bittner kind of thing. The other people, yeah, great. I'm just not, like, super familiar with them. But, yeah, Jason Bittner on drums and John Bush on vocals. I'm in at that. And everybody else is just like the icing on the cake. And I'm sure that you guitarists out there are going, ooh, look, it's, I've forgotten his name. That went well, didn't it? Ooh, it's Mike Orlando. I'm sorry, Mike Orlando. Yeah. Speaking of Orlando, I'm going there in 2 weeks. My God, am I looking forward to that. Right. Let's just play it. So yes, Category 7 they've called themselves. Obviously, as in Category 7 Storm. Is there a Category 7? Does it go up that high? I don't know. I should have looked that up. Underneath the video, by the way, it says Category 7, the new heavy metal outfit boasting an all-star lineup. And they're not kidding. So this is out July the 26th. So as you're watching this, well, in fact, as I'm recording this, it's already out. There you go. Ah, so professional.
Constant loss is not your gain. Think fast, I'll have you in stitches. In stitches. In stitches.
Hey, all you kids, stop spending all your time trying to be the fastest or the loudest or the, or the most extreme, and just write some bloody songs. Because this is a song, isn't it? It's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not easy to play, but it's not super complicated, and that's to its strength, isn't it? It's a song that you can sing along to in parts and that you can get on board with and you can just enjoy for all of its metalness, because it's definitely metal. It just isn't trying to go down some extreme route or bring in some growly parts where they're not needed. I quite like my growly songs, but they don't have to be everywhere. Sometimes a growl comes in on a song and you think, did you need to? No, you don't always need to. John Bush's got a great voice. His voice hasn't changed, has it? Is it me? Or has his voice never changed? And everyone knows what they're doing, of course. They're all super, super experienced, and it shows. It's just like, yeah, and Jason Bittner just, ripping everything apart on the drums there. So, I mean, I've kind of already said everything I can say, because it's just, here it is. It's really good for obvious reasons, It's not had to go down the ridiculous production route to try and eke out something, to try and make something sound better than it is, or it hasn't had to shock you or anything like that. It's just, here's how you make proper heavy metal songs. This makes me sound really old. I appreciate that. But what I'm not saying we should stop doing all of those other things. Am I saying that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you don't always have to. And sometimes people go down that mad production route and what they produce is amazing, right? But you don't always have to just write a good song. It's not going to set the world on fire. It's not the best song I've ever heard, but it's a good, solid metal track that when you hear it, you would not switch it off, would you? You wouldn't skip this song. You would get in there and have a good one-man mosh in your chair. Which is the best thing I can say about any song, really, is that it's super entertaining, it's good to listen to, and if it ever came on, I would listen to it every time, I think. So there you go. Category 7, song called In Stitches, featuring lots of famous people. The only thing I don't know, because you know me and my research, as in I'm not big on research, I don't know if this is like a super group, so therefore they're all got other things going on. I mean, I'm sure they have all got other things going on, but I mean, like they did this album almost for fun, like sometimes happens with supergroups. They come together, they go, hey, I'd like to make a song with you and him, and they all get together and they do one album, and then they all carry on with what they were doing before. I don't know, or whether this is like a long-term going forward venture. If anyone from Category 7 sees this, might be worth dropping something in the comments to say, oh, no, we're here, baby, we're here forever. Maybe, phrase it differently, because that was a bit cheesy. There you go. You know what? I loved it for all of the reasons I've just said. I think mostly because it wasn't trying to be something it wasn't. It was just good, solid metal. Let me know what you think, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.